Mayor Naheed Nenshi. And it's going to be soon to be former Mayor Naheed Nenshi, because in a month we have the municipal elections happening in Calgary. Congratulations, Mr. Mayor, on your 11 years of service. I mean, everybody's wondering, what are you going to do with all your free time now? Are you muted?
Oh.
We barely started and we have our first mute problem of the evening. Welcome to 2020, 2021. So a lot less Zoom meetings, a lot more watching Global, I think is the answer, Farah.
The early warning system tonight is Newfoundland and Labrador. If Liberal support is slipping away, we'll start to see the first signs of that there. So let's go to David Aiken, who's keeping an eye on the first results. David, what are you seeing?
Yeah, it's not going to slip away where we're seeing the first results, and that's right in the middle of Newfoundland and Labrador, the island of Newfoundland, and that's the riding of Scott Sims. Scott Sims is the incumbent. He's held this riding since 2004. I think there's very little chance that Scott Sims is going to lose. We're in the riding of Coast of Bays, Central Notre Dame, and I want to make sure, I'm going to promise our radio listeners, I'm going to read the riding every night in case you can't be watching us. So Central Newfoundland, Coast of Bays, Central Notre Dame. Scott Sims has 23 votes because we've only got one poll reporting.
First cabinet minister re-elected. Mercedes.
So this is Seamus O'Regan, the first cabinet minister of the night to have been re-elected in Newfoundland and Labrador. There it is. Seamus O'Regan, Minister of Natural Resources, comfortably elected, more than double the NDP candidate, Ray Critch, who was behind him.
The former Prime Minister, well, the Liberal leader, Justin Trudeau, watching with his family. You can see he's watching the results come in.
Just looking at Aaron O'Toole there and his wife Rebecca and their two children, watching the results come in from Atlantic Canada.
And he is watching the results as they come in. As you can see, he's there with his wife. He is soon to be a father. This is their first child and they are expecting.
I'm hiding a mistake right now, Donna. It's not our mistake, and so I wanted to learn what happened here, but look what's behind me. See that? That little bit of red, this is the GTA. Polls aren't supposed to be, they're closed, or open rather, right?
Yeah, go back and cover that up. Yeah.
Okay, but I can tell you what happened. We have, and you may not know, it's probably good to tell, we have a direct pipeline to Elections Canada. And in all the ridings where it's closed, when an Elections Canada returning officer, at the keyboard, they've counted up, they holler, 24 votes, they type them in, and they immediately show up in our system. That's how it works. We have been told that an Elections Canada returning officer in this riding, the riding of Brampton East, accidentally typed in some results before the polls are closed.
I just want to talk a little bit about the lineups that we're hearing and people are talking about. A lot of stuff on Twitter about people waiting in line, in some cases for hours to vote because the polls have closed now. And Elections Canada is saying if you were in line, you will get to vote. But it sounds like it could be a long night.
It sounds like it could be a very long night.
Global News is now projecting a Liberal government. That's a Liberal government. David, you were a font of information. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll come back to you. We have some breaking news now. Global News is now projecting a Liberal minority government, So there you have it. We are right back where we started.
Donna, first party leader to be elected is Yves-Francois. He is, of course, the leader of the Bloc Quebecois. Donna, Fisheries Minister Bernadette Jordan has been defeated in her riding. She is the minister in charge of federal fisheries. Well, no more, because she has not been re-elected. She has had her seat flipped to a Conservative, Rick Perkins, taking that seat. Again, we've talked throughout the night about the significance of when cabinet ministers lose their seat because of how much they bring to the table for their riding. So obviously, I'm sure while the Conservatives are not going to be very happy about the Liberal win tonight, they'll be happy that they flipped that seat. A little bit of progress into Atlantic Canada, but certainly nowhere near what they would have needed. Well, let's take a look at Annamie Paul's riding. Green Party leader Annamie Paul there at 8%. Marcy Ian far ahead there. As you can see, she's got over 50% of the vote. This riding was, in fact, Bill Morneau's riding before he left politics, Donna. It has been a Liberal stronghold for years and years and years and years. A lot of people wondered why Ms. Paul was choosing to run in this riding. She defended it by saying, and this is true, this is where she lives. It's where she's lived for years. But the chance of winning it was very low to begin with. And then on top of that, she had to deal with the Green Party basically pulling out the knives internally and trying to destroy her before we went into an election campaign. So it does not look like Ms. Paul has any chance of winning there. I believe we are declaring her defeated.
Safe to say the Green Party will be looking for a new leader as well.
Justin Trudeau, who was the Prime Minister and will continue to be the Prime Minister, has been elected in his riding. No surprise there. Trudeau extremely popular in his riding of Papineau.
We have an update on a key riding, Mercedes.
Donna, Maxime Bernier, leader of the People's Party of Canada, has been defeated in his riding, and substantially so. Take a look at that numbers. Richard Leroux is in fact winning. He has won. We are declaring him elected at 49%. Bernier 30 points behind him. So the leader of the People's Party of Canada, people in his riding saying no thank you to him leading them. Of course, the Conservative there was the incumbent, taking that back. Before that, Bernier was, of course, elected as a Conservative and a Conservative cabinet minister. He spoke tonight after having lost his own riding. This is what he had to say.
They have to start paying attention because thousands of Canadians were coming to our rallies all across the country. Everywhere we looked, you could see purple, a purple wave, a sea of purple.
Nahid Nanshi, first, we have to talk about the facial expression you had when we just heard from Maxime Bernier. Will you explain that to us?
Yeah, no, he doesn't get the purple wave. That's me. And it's purple because it's red and blue. So let me just say that that speech doesn't match the facts. It was delusional. But that's pretty much everything we've heard from Maxime Bernier. And my greatest dream is we never have to hear from Maxime Bernier ever again after tonight.
Clearly, I am, well, not clearly, but I will tell you that certainly I am disappointed. It is hard to lose. No one likes to lose. But I'm so proud of the effort, the creativity, the innovation that our team brought to this race. We promised to offer real representation. We promised to offer a real choice to the people of Toronto Centre who have so much need, so much work that needs to get done. And you did that, and I thank you for that.
No one should fear the Bloc Quebecois. What is good for the Bloc Quebec, what is good for Quebec will be supported by the Bloc Quebecois. What is not good for Quebec will be fought by the Bloc Quebecois. Once again, and every time, we will continue to improve what is put forward so that ultimately it all serves Quebec, and all the better if it serves Canada's provinces. The work isn't over.
As we prepare for the election Justin Trudeau wants in another 18 months, we will take stock of what worked and what didn't. And we will continue to put in the time showing more Canadians that they are welcome in the Conservative Party of Canada. My family and I are resolutely committed to continuing this journey for Canada. Ce soir, j'ai parlé avec Monsieur Trudeau.
Tonight, I talked to Mr. Trudeau. I congratulated him for a hard-fought campaign.
To put the unity of this country and the well-being of its people first. And I told him, if he thinks he can threaten Canadians with another election in 18 months, the Conservative Party will be ready. And whenever that day comes, I will be ready to lead Canada's Conservatives to victory. Thank you, Canada. Let's get to work.
And I want to let Canadians know that you can count on New Democrats to continue fighting for you. As we've fought for you in the pandemic, when times were difficult, when people were struggling, when people were worried about their future, we were there for you. We fought to make sure people got more help. We fought to increase the CERB. We fought to increase the wage subsidy. We saved millions of jobs, and we helped millions of Canadians stay at home. We are going to continue fighting for you. Just the same way we fought for you in the pandemic, you can count on us to continue those fights. When people around us are hurting, we're also hurting. But when we take care of one another, when we support one another, when we lift each other up, we all rise. That's what you can be sure of. New Democrats will fight to take care of all Canadians so that together we all rise.
I see Canadians standing together in your determination to end this pandemic, together for real climate action, for $10 a day childcare, for homes that are in reach for middle-class families. For our shared journey on the path of reconciliation. As Canadians, you've elected parliamentarians to deliver on all this, and our team, our government, is ready. We've all worked so hard over the last few weeks and over the last few years, and we have come so far. My friends, tonight, I think of something Prime Minister Wilfrid Laurier said as his generation was at the dawn of a new century. He said, "Let them look to the past, but let them still more look to the future." Let us not forget the past and the dark days we have come through together, but let us still more look to the future and all that is still to come and all that we have still to build together. Let us feel the warmth of a new dawn, and above all, let us seize the promise of a brand new day. Merci, mes amis. Thank you, my friends. Merci tout le monde.